Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. And welcome to the weekend. This week we didn't have just one teacher to guide us into our daily meditation, but we have a whole host of teachers sharing their beautiful wisdom. Let's get into today's message. Somebody, good morning. Hello. Happy Saturday to you. Meditation is not a practice of trying to escape. It is the exact opposite. It is a leaning in, a paying precise attention to exactly what is there. As we become better at paying attention, we start seeing with more clarity what is temporary, what comes and also always goes. As we become better at recognizing what is temporary, we also start improving our sense of what has permanence. We see that the constant change in thought and emotion plays against a background of stability, a part of ourself that is eternally aware and present. The more we meditate, the more we find ourselves looking through eyes that see past temporary fluctuations and connecting with the wisdom that we already are. So a few thoughts that speak to this. First is by Thich Nhat Hanh. He says, "Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor." He talks about conscious breathing as something that has that permanence, not the fleeting coming and going. Maggie, a very good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Hello. Pema Chodron says, meditation is a process of lightening up, of trusting the basic goodness of what we have and who we are, and of realizing that any wisdom that exists in what we already are. We come to wisdom when we become better at being who we already are. Anthony, good morning. Good to see you, dude. Hello. Pema Chodron says, we can lead our life so as to become more awake to who we are and what we are doing, rather than trying to improve or change or get rid of who we are or what we're doing. The key is to wake up, to become more alert, more inquisitive, and curious about ourselves. The last quote for today is from Swami Muktananda. He says, "Your goal is not to battle with the mind. Your goal is to witness the mind." So join us on a journey of rediscovering the permanence in you. Today's meditation invites you to come to your senses by grounding ourselves in the present moment through the simple act of observing our breath, bodily sensations, and sounds around us. We begin to touch that unchanging essence at the core of our being. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and let us float away together on today's journey, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Our meditation today is the journey of checking in with this body. And as you keep taking deep, slow breaths, we'll check in with this body right now. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to the space between your eyes, to your forehead, really. Do you sometimes find yourself carrying a frown there? And when you do you remind yourself to soften? With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to the area in and around your mouth. Do you perhaps sometimes find yourself grinding your teeth? Or your tongue pressed hard against the roof of your mouth? Or perhaps your jaw muscles clenched tightly? And if that happens from time to time, do you completely stop everything you're doing to have a conversation with yourself? To speak to this body and let this body know you are safe. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your neck and shoulders. Do you sometimes experience a tightness there? Shoulders tight and pulled up high, almost level with your ears, perhaps. And when you find that, do you then remember to soften? To take a few big breaths, and everything can wait while you take a few big breaths. And then roll out your shoulders and get this body to soften up. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your stomach area. those abdominal muscles that carry tension under the radar without us noticing it sometimes. And when you find tension there, do you stop and have a conversation with this body? Do you take a few deep, slow breaths and let this body know, hey, I've got you. Right now, everything is safe. Right now, it is safe to become soft. And lastly, check in with your legs and your arms, particularly your hands, because that is another place that tension hides in tightly balled fists so easily without us noticing. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, continuing to help this body stretch, adjust, and settle down. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. See if you can bring your left shoulder just a little bit closer to your left hip. Gentle though, very gentle. And see if you can bring your right shoulder just a little bit closer to your right hip. Gently so. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit with us for the whole meditation, then this is always the best place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, let's take these next few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. So as you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Really feel the air as it touches the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, take a moment to say hello to this body. Perhaps even wrap your arms around this body and say, "Hello, body. It really is good to have you." Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top and works its way through our bodies. So the first stop is your eyes. For this exercise, though, we keep them closed. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question is, if you were to open your eyes, what would be the most obvious thing you would see in your room? Or at least a very obvious thing. With your eyes closed, study this obvious thing. See it from all of its angles, see all of its color, find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears. We're still staying with what we can see, but this time, as you take your big breath and dive deep into you, find with your mind the least obvious object in your room. Something that's not easily seen. Perhaps it's small, perhaps it's hidden. And then with your mind, see that object from all of its angles, all of its color, and all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to acknowledge that for the most part, whatever we see for a moment. And then we see the next thing. We might see the same or similar things again, but what we see tends to be fleeting. Then it's the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. We take a step down to our ears and what we can hear. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious sound that you can hear. Listen deep into this obvious sound. Listen for all the layers of vibration in this obvious sound. Take your next big breath. Then we'll change gears. This time, as you take a deep breath and dive deep into you, listen for the least obvious sound in your environment. Can you find something that's barely a whisper and listen to all of it? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to acknowledge that what we hear is an ever-changing landscape. Almost like our thoughts. Thoughts come in and go out, and yes, some of them are on repeat, and we get them again and again. Our soundscape is very similar. Fleeting sounds and repeating sounds in an ever-changing landscape. We'll take a step down now to your nose and what you can smell, and for the next 2 stops, your nose and your mouth, change your breathing to whatever it needs to be. And also, bring some playfulness and curiosity along as well. I know it's not super easy to sit here and smell and taste without having food and drink to smell and taste. But be curious and see what's there for you right now. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if you can find any obvious smell right now. Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears. Be curious to see whether it's possible for you to smell anything else, anything besides the first obvious smell. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to acknowledge that the things we smell are temporary too. Smells come and go. Take another step down to your mouth, to your taste buds. And now, be extra playful. You need an extra dose of curiosity. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if it's possible for you to taste anything at all. Take your next big breath. And then, might it be possible that you can find any other taste besides the first obvious one? Try. Take your next big breath. And once again, take a moment to acknowledge that the nature of the things you taste is also temporary. All of them come and go. Lastly, we'll check in with the surface of our skin. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, scan the surface of your skin and find the most obvious sensation, the most obvious pressure on your skin. Take your next big breath. And then one more time, find on the surface of your skin the slightest sensation. Perhaps you can only just feel fabric rest on skin, or perhaps you can feel the air touch your forehead or your cheek. Take your next big breath. Our sense of touch is likewise an ever-changing landscape. We've paid attention to quite a tapestry of ever-changing things. And now I'd like you to feel deeper. I'd like you to feel deeper for the part of you that has permanence. The part of you that is able to view this ever-changing landscape. And you might first encounter the parts of you that have strong opinions about this ever-changing landscape. And I want to invite you to feel deeper than that. Because there's a part of you that is able to observe even the temporary nature of the strong opinions, the ever-changing nature of the strong opinions. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, try and feel for the permanence that is there. And if you can't feel it, at least acknowledge or believe or trust that there is permanence to be found in there. Take your next big breath. We'll take just one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read through today's quotes again quickly. Thich Nhat Hanh says, "Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor." Pema Chodron says, "Meditation is a process of lightening up, of trusting the basic goodness of what we have and who we are, and of realizing that any wisdom that exists in what we already have. We can lead our life so as to become more awake to who we are and what we are doing, rather than trying to improve or change or get rid of who we are or what we are doing. The key is to wake up, to become more alert, more inquisitive and curious about ourselves." And Swami Muktananda says, "Your goal is not to battle with the mind, but to witness the mind." As we become better at paying attention, we start seeing with more clarity what is temporary, what always comes and always goes. And as we become better at recognizing what is temporary, we also start improving our sense of what has permanence. We see that the constant change in thought and emotion plays against a background of stability, a part of ourself that is eternally aware and present. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body, this vessel, this vehicle that is my connection to this sensory world of being human. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for my outer senses that give me feedback from the world around me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for my inner senses that give me feedback from the world inside of me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that there is a deeper part of me, a deeper being with the ability to observe the transient nature of both my outer senses and my inner senses. A part of me with permanence that derives wisdom from seeing what comes, seeing what goes, and noticing what remains. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on this journey with us. Nella, a very good morning to you. Hello, it's good to see you. Happy Saturday. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Sunmarie. My heart is full of love seeing you guys. Have a beautiful day. Have an awesome weekend. Ciao, ciao.